July 2nd. We just left Eugene, Oregon, my folks' house for the night. Had a great visit with them. Heading to Montana today. We're gonna get to Butte, hopefully. 775 mile day. I need to be in North Dakota for the 4th of July. Visit a couple friends actually. So this year's weird because usually 4th of July is a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, sometimes a Monday. I'm smack dab in the middle of the work week this time, so kind of weird. It's chilly out. It's 52 degrees out right now, and my body is not liking that. So, it is what it is. I'm all leathered up, so we'll get going. Cruising along 10 over like usual. Cruise through a little bit of Idaho, and I think we'll clip the corner of Washington if I remember right, and then jump up into Montana. It's actually a pretty nice ride, even though we're going to be on the interstate all day long. Hey, we've passed that van before. So riding down the road, I'm thinking, all too often we tell people, I got your back, whatever it is. And often a lot of people take that as no matter what, this person is gonna be there for me. I like to tell people that I'm always in your corner and I'm behind you. Because if I just say, hey, I got your back no matter what, if that person is wrong, they're going to expect me to take their side. Or even if I don't agree with what they're doing or saying, And just because somebody's doing something that I don't agree with doesn't mean that they're wrong. It just means that that's not where my moral value or my moral compass or whatever is. I just don't agree with that for whatever reason, and that doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just not in my category of things that I agree with and I want to do. But if I tell somebody, hey, I'm in your corner, man, think of it as a boxer or MMA fighter or whatever. Boxer goes out there, does the best that they can, but keeps falling for left jab after a 1-2 or whatever, and comes back to the coach at the end of the ring or the end of the match, comes into the corner. The coach tells him, coaches him, hey, you keep doing this, you're doing good. Stop doing that, it's not working. Try this, it might work better. That's what a coach does. So if I tell somebody, hey, I'm in your corner, I'm always going to be in your corner. That's just what that means. I may tell you you're doing an amazing job on whatever, and I will only tell you you're doing an amazing job on whatever if you're actually doing an amazing job with whatever it is. If you're not doing a good job on something that is significant, or you care about my opinion, or you ask my opinion, I'm going to tell you, yeah, I didn't care for that, or I think you did good, but I think you can do better, or whatever. And if you're doing something that I don't agree with, or it is flat out wrong, usually you don't even have to ask me. I'll just tell you, hey man, pull your head out. Let's be smarter about this. Let's do that. Let's do this, or stop complaining, or whatever. So I don't like the I got your back no matter what, because if you're wrong, I'm going to tell you, hey man, I don't support you on this, and I think you can do better, or whatever. So it's just like we talked about a while back. Hey, you can call me anytime, I'll answer. I don't always have my phone on me. You can call me anytime, and if I don't answer, call back, because then I'll realize, hang on, this is important. And if I see my phone, or I'm able, let's say I'm in a meeting with somebody, hey, this person usually doesn't call me, they called twice, something's going on, you give me 5 minutes, figure out what's going on. I will do that, no matter how important the meeting is. If I see that somebody calls twice, I'm in their corner. I'm gonna answer the phone. I'm gonna tell people, hey, what we're doing, I get it, is important, but this person never calls and they're calling twice, or this person usually doesn't call and they're calling twice, or whatever. That's the key to knowing that something is going on and you need something. A lot of people will call once, no answer, send a text, and call again, and then I really know, okay, this is an important deal. I've had a couple of people abuse that too, and so they don't, they cried wolf kind of thing, and they don't get that answer on the second call. You better send me a text message and let me know, hey, this is actually important, this is what's going on. I'll read it in a call. But most people, 99% of the people I know, we don't talk on the phone anyway. We just text everything. So if somebody calls me, I know that there's something going on, and if they call a second time, I know that I need to answer the phone because there is something going on. And it's the same way. If somebody tells me, hey, I'm struggling, or if I see that they're struggling, you don't have to tell me you're struggling. I'll usually see that you're struggling oftentimes before the people in my close circle and even my next circle out have realized that they're struggling. And I'll ask them, hey man, what's going on? What's up? What can I help with? So, but I don't like that term, I got your back no matter what. Because if you're wrong, if you go out and start a fight, I'm too old for that, man. I don't have your back. If you purposely start a fight, you got this. You started it. I'm not jumping in. I'm too old. My body's too beat up. The fighting doesn't solve anything anyway. 99% of the time. Don't get me wrong. There are times where you just got to do it, and those times are when somebody else, keeps pushing the buttons and keeps going and all that. And you've done everything you can to avoid a fight. But and if somebody jumps you, oh yeah, I got your back. I'm getting in there. I'm in your corner. I'm gonna help, because that's messed up. But if you're the type of person that does, that gets jumped all the time because of whatever reason, if you're getting jumped all the time, you're doing something wrong, and you're not typically the type of person I'm going to socialize and hang out with and associate with anyway. You're not the type of person I'm going to tell, I got your back, I'm in your corner. You're the type of person I'm going to tell, quit being a bonehead, you can do better, all right? Bring people up, don't bring people down. So it's just one of those things, socialize and associate with the people that you think can better you, and socialize and associate with people that you want to better, but I'm not a meth head. I've never been a meth head. I'm not going to go hang out with a bunch of meth heads for recreation. I'll go hang out with them and be like, hey, I want to know your story. How'd you get this way? What happened? Man, that's pretty. Look at that. That's Washington State right across the river, Columbia River. We're going to follow the river for a while, and then I think we'll poke, like I said, through Washington, just a corner of it, and then into Idaho. But look at all the fog and the clouds. But anyway, yeah, I'm not squirrel, right? I'm not a meth head. I've never used an illegal substance in my life. I drank underage. I used tobacco underage. The end. Like, that's it. And so... But that doesn't mean that I'm better than somebody who's battling their demons, and that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to help them. Show me, yeah, I used to be a meth head, but I've been clean for, whatever, and I'm making the conscious decision to become clean. Yeah, we'll hang out, because believe it or not, that person can teach me stuff, and I can teach them. I've been sober. November will be 11 years. So I can teach them, and they can teach me, and we can make each other better. So in the end, it's not that I'm above them, but if you're currently using meth on a regular basis or any other kind of, hard mind altering substance like that, you're not somebody I want to socialize with. And I'll tell you, hey, you need to make better life decisions. There's better life decisions I can make, don't get me wrong. But, and maybe they can tell me that, probably they can tell me that. But in the end, it's not somebody I'm going to choose a beer on. It's not somebody I'm going to tell, I'm in your corner, I got you. It's somebody I'm going to tell, you need to make better life decisions, and I'll help you do that if you want. So just kind of, different perspective. A lot of times people will say stuff like that, and I've said it too. I'll call anytime, I'll answer no matter what. But no, I didn't even have my phone on me, and that happened. I kind of feel bad because I told somebody, 20 minutes prior, yeah, man, call. And I was working at Big still, and I had a rental customer come in, or I was dealing with them for 20-25 minutes, helping them out, getting them on their bike, teaching them the bike. I go back in, 2 missed calls from her. Like, oh, call back, she didn't answer, text her, hey, I'm sorry, I'm at work, I should have told you that. And I should have, my fault. And she's like, it's good, I got a hold of somebody else, all is well. Awesome. That's, I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. And if you're struggling and you call somebody, you need to realize that you might have to call somebody else. You might have to call a second person, or a third, or fourth. But call somebody and talk to them, okay? And call somebody that is in your corner. Don't call somebody that you think is gonna just be like, well, man, you need to suck it up, Call somebody that'll make some time and listen to understand for you, all right? So that's it. Like I said, there's a lot of people I tell, hey, I'm in your corner. I got you, I'll always be here for you is another way that I say it too. It's never, I got your back no matter what, because there are plenty of situations that we choose to put ourselves in as people. And I've done it too. I used to be a scrapper. I used to fight. I've gotten my butt kicked just as many times as I kicked somebody's butt. Matter of fact, I think the last actual fight I got in, I got handed to me pretty good. But I got to a point where I realized that I was going to pile drive him in concrete. And I stopped. Like, what am I doing? What is this even about? And I literally just stopped fighting. And he didn't. And purple and blue ears later, and I think I had a small black eye and a bloody nose and cut up lip from getting punched in the teeth. And that's the last real fight I got in. And nobody jumped in to help me or him, which was good, because at first he was losing, and then, like I said, I just stopped fighting. I realized it was stupid. It's not the last physical altercation I've gotten into. I got sucker punched at a bar once, and I grabbed the dude by the throat, and then I was yanked off of him. I'm pretty sure that had I not been yanked off of him, it probably would not have been very good for him, and I probably would have gone to jail for a few days to sort things out, figure out, it was self-defense or whatever. But I saw red instantly. Bam. Next thing you know, like I said, I had him by the throat, and I had his right hand in my left hand, and the only thing that stopped me from doing anything else was somebody yanking me off of him. But when you sucker punch somebody, and it was over a game of pool, the guy was he was mixed in ethnicity, and I guess he didn't know that I come from a multicultural family, and he started calling me racist because I beat him in a game of pool. I didn't understand it, like whatever, and his whole family that was there, and some of them were owners of the bar, were like, dude, just sit down, you don't know the guy, you don't know what you're talking about, he didn't do anything wrong, he beat you in a game of pool, get over it. The next thing I know, I get punched in the right eye from the side, catch a right hook in the right eye from the side, broke my glasses, pressed my glasses into my face, cut my face up a little bit, raccooned my right eye, and I just saw red, and that was going to be the end of it until I got yanked off of him. So, but I don't like physical altercations. There's no point. It doesn't solve anything. All that solved for him is it showed the rest of the world how much of an idiot he was, and it got him blacklisted from the bar that his family owned. And here I am still going to the bar for years after. I didn't even drink at that point. I had just quit like a year and a half prior. I was stone sober that night. I used to have been for, like I said, almost 11 years. November would be 11 years. And like I said, all it did was show people, that this dude's got issues. So And nobody had his back on that one at all. There were plenty of people that had my back. There were about 15 people that jumped in together. 4 pulled them off of, or me off of him. Those people had my back. They knew that the second he hit me, it wasn't going to go good for him. And then there was, a couple people that got on him and drug him outside. And I know that he was hurting the next day. That's all I know. So it doesn't solve anything though. And that's a situation, like I said, somebody sucker punches you, and it's not a habit that you normally have because of flirting with somebody's wife or husband or whatever. Then yeah, I'll jump in. But if you're getting sucker punched all the time, I'm going to tell you, hey man, you're obviously making bad decisions. Obviously that's not a man or a woman that hit you, but you're making bad decisions. You need to figure out what's going on. Maybe you don't need a drink, or maybe you need to, leave other people's spouse alone, or whatever, whatever it is. Because those are usually the two things. Alcohol is usually involved, and you usually touch somebody's, especially on a guy's side, you usually touch somebody's lady you weren't supposed to, or talked with them in a way you weren't supposed to, or whatever. Not always, but, whatever. So, like I said, if I tell you I'm in your corner, it means I'll be there to fight with you if needed. I'll be there to coach you. I'll be there to tell you you're being an idiot. I'm in your corner. I'm your coach, and it's not. I got your back no matter what, because I don't. If you're wrong, you're wrong, and I'm going to tell you you're wrong. I might help you to not make it worse, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna do the work for you or get you out of trouble. You need to learn to not do whatever it was that you did. You need to grow up, and grow from within, whatever it is. So, but yeah, man, it's so pretty out here. Too bad it snows, and too bad it's Oregon. We're gonna get to, like I said, Montana today. I'll try and get this up today. It won't matter. We'll get it up whenever I get it up, and you'll see it then. But have a happy Independence Day. Remember what that holiday is for, why we have the holiday. It's to honor all of those that have served this country to give us the freedoms that we have. And get educated, because we will only continue to have the freedoms that we have if educated people vote. Now, I don't mean go to college. You can do that if you want. It's not needed. You can make more than enough to make a living off of no matter where you live without an education. But get educated before you vote on who you want to vote for and why you want to vote for them. All right, there's no single person on this earth that is going to be perfect for any position, from an elected county clerk all the way to the president of the United States, that is going to match exactly what you want them to do every single time. But you can pick, in some cases it's a lesser of two evils. In other cases it's somebody who's a really good fit for what you and your community need and want, and the nation needs and wants. And other times it's somebody who's somewhere in the middle. But vote in an educated manner so that we continue to have the freedoms that we have from those that have served. If you served, I thank you for your service. If you were married to somebody who served, I thank you for your support. If you were a child of somebody who served, I thank you for the time lost, and I hope that you were able to regain it when they were done with their service. If you've lost somebody that served, I'm sorry for your pain, and I'm thankful for their service. So that's all I got. Remember, you are loved, you have value, and you have purpose. Let's go find it, all right? Have a good day.